Hello everyone, welcome back to your own history learning channel Our Past by Priya Jha. In today's video, we are going to learn about the Swadeshi and the boycott movement. Friends, these were the parts of national movement, or they occurred during the national movement between 1905 to 1909. So the Swadeshi and the boycott movement, I have covered these topics under part 2 of the main topic, that is national movement. If you want to learn this topic properly and in a better manner, you all are requested to watch the part 1 of this video, and the link will be provided in the description box. So friends, let's come back to the topic. Well, the Swadeshi and the boycott movement both were the results of partition of Bengal that took place in the year 1905. We will learn this thing in detail. Well, the Swadeshi movement started to oppose the British decision to partition Bengal, and it occurred in the year 1905. So let's learn about the partition of Bengal. So friends, here on the screen you can see the map of the Bengal province, which was the biggest province under the colonial power, and here you can see Eastern Bengal and Assam, and this is the Bengal which is the western part. So here this map is just to take a general view upon the how wide or how large the area of Bengal is. Here this dark line, it denotes the partition. This is actually the line of the partition, and let's learn about it in detail. Well, let's first study about the background of the partition. Well friends, since 1765, that is after the War of Buxar, which held in the year 1764 to after the War of Buxar, since 1765, West Bengal, Bihar, Odisha, Bangladesh and Assam, they were under the British rule, and decision of partition of Bengal was made public in the year 1903. So the partition took place in the year 1905, but the decision to decision of partitioning the Bengal, it was made public in the year 1903. Bengal, with a population of 78 million, which was about a quarter of the population of British India, had become too big to be administered. So this was basically the official reason which was given behind the partition of Bengal, that it was becoming difficult to administer such a large population and a wide area. Calcutta was the capital of both the province and the British India. So at that time, Calcutta was the capital, and you must be knowing that in the year 1911, the capital shifted to Delhi. And the official reason also given was not only the difficulty in management which the colonial power was facing, but also the eastern part, the eastern Bengal was less developed as compared to the western Bengal or west or Bengal. The eastern part was lacking in the fields of industry, education, as well as employment. So these were some of the official reasons given by the British government related to the partition of Bengal. Now friends, here you can see the map of this partition of Bengal. It comprises of basically two parts, the Western Bengal and Eastern Bengal. Well, this big province, which was the also the main center of Indian nationalism, so it was a kind of a policy of the Britishers to divide such a larger province. The places were divided in two parts. Some fall under Western Bengal and some fall under the Eastern Bengal. This complete area denotes the Western Bengal and this complete area denotes the Eastern Bengal. You can see these states colored with reddish, and the parts of Bihar and Odisha, they all formed Western Bengal, while the modern day Bangladesh, then Assam, they all fall under the Eastern Bengal. Now I'm going to show you the line of the partition. So the partition took place between these two lines, and the capital places were these. Dhaka, it was the capital of Eastern Bengal, and then was the Calcutta, which was the capital of the Western Bengal. So why this partition was done? The official reason cited by the British government has been told to you already. Now let's continue with the real reasons or real motives which could be seen behind the partition of Bengal. Well, the idea was to have two provinces, and the actual partition took place in the year 16 October 1905. And as I told you earlier, the decision of partitioning was made public in the year 1903. Bengal, comprising Western Bengal as well as the provinces of Bihar and Odisha, so Western Bengal included these also, and Eastern Bengal and Assam were part of the Eastern Bengal. Then Eastern Bengal would consist of Hill, Tripura, Chittagong, Rajshahi and Dhaka divisions. The capitals were Calcutta, which was capital of Western Bengal, and Dhaka, which was capital of the Eastern Bengal. And now friends, anti-partition campaign, it was conducted by the moderates. Why anti-partition campaign was conducted? Why were Indians or Indian nationalists or the revolutionaries were against the partition, let's say? Well, this campaign took place between 1903 to 1905, since the public declaration of the partition and the actual partition. The leaders of the campaign were Surendranath Banerjee, K.K. Mitra, and Prithvish Chandra Ray. They filed petitions, they held public meetings, then memoranda, propaganda. These all were conducted through pamphlets and newspapers such as Hitabdi, Sanjeevani, and Bengali. Exert sufficient pressure on the government to prevent the unjust partition of the Bengal was their motive. Now friends, what was the real motive behind this partition? Well, to weaken the Bengal, the nerve center of the Indian nationalism, it was a very big province, and it was important for the Britishers to weaken the center. This division was done on the basis of language and the religion. How it was done? Let's see. On the basis of language, because by reducing the Bengalis to a minority in Bengal itself, because when this partition took place, majority of the Bengalis shifted to the Eastern Bengal, and only 17 million of Bengalis were left in the Western Bengal, and 37 million in population in the Western Bengal comprised of the Hindi and Odia speakers, because it included Bihar and province of Odisha. And how on the basis of religion? The western half was to be a Hindu majority area, where 42 million out of the total 54 million were Hindus, and the eastern half was to be a Muslim majority area, where 18 million out of a total of 31 million were to be Muslims. in eastern Bengal. So approximately the population of the Bengal at that time was around 85 million, and they were divided on the basis of religion as well as the language. Now friends, what was the policy which was being followed by the Britishers since long? It was basically divide and rule policy. Curzon. Now, who was Curzon? Curzon was viceroy at that time. He was the viceroy of India from 1899 to 1905, and in order to provide them the old unity, whom to provide the old unity? To the Muslims. This actually, in order to woo the Muslim population, basically the real motive behind the partition was though divide and rule, but in order to woo the Muslim population and to provide them the old unity, the Curzon had this motive in mind, propping up the Muslim communalists to counter the Congress and the national movement, because the Muslims were propped on the basis of the rights or the unity or the powers they were lacking when the national movement or the role of Congress was in full swing. Now, friends, this partition was announced in the month of July 1905. And what happened after the announcement of the partition? Well, the dates have their own meaning. 1903, then 1905, month of July. In 1903, the declaration was made public. In 1905, July month, the partition was announced. Within days, protest meetings were held in small towns all over Bengal. In these meetings, the pledge to boycott foreign goods was first taken. So, from here, the boycott movement has its foundation, because in these meetings, when the meetings were being organized against the announcement done by the British government, the pledge to boycott foreign goods was first taken, and on August 7, 1905, with the passage of the boycott resolution in a massive meeting held in Calcutta, the resolution which was passed was the boycott resolution. It was passed in a massive meeting held in Calcutta Town Hall. The formal proclamation of Swadeshi movement was made. So, in the month of August, the formal proclamation of Swadeshi movement was made. Now, the day of the partition. The partition took place in the month of October. The date was 1905. October 1905. As we can see, no effects of the mass meetings or the protest or the movements could be seen by now, because the partition actually took place even after so much of protest or so much of agitation. This day, the day of the partition, was observed as the day of mourning. People fasted, they bathed in Ganga and walked barefoot in the procession singing Bande Matram. So, this was a kind of song or a kind of motivation which helped the people stay united against the colonial power. Amar Sonar Bangla was sung by huge crowds marching in the streets. Let me tell you about the Amar Sonar Bangla. It is now the national song of Bangladesh, and written by Rabindranath Tagore. People tied Rakhi on each other's hand in order to show the Hindu Muslim unity to the colonial power. Surendranath Banerjee and Anand Mohan Bose addressed huge gatherings, and the results of the gathering was such that rupees 50,000 was raised for the movement within a few hours of the meeting. So the movement spread to the other parts of the country. Now, what was the Congress's position? They condemned the partition of Bengal and reactionary policies of Curzon, and they supported the anti-partition and Swadeshi movement in Bengal. When the INC was being presided, the president of the INC was Gopal Krishna Gokhale. The militant nationalists wanted the movement to be taken outside Bengal to other parts of the country. Now, who are militant? Younger members of the Congress who were not in support of only the prayers or the protest or the petition. They wanted a kind of revolutionary activities or mass participation, and they all were ready to make sacrifices. So they wanted this movement to be taken outside Bengal and go beyond the boycott of foreign goods. They wanted to make it a full-fledged mass struggle, and their goal was to attain Swaraj, or Swaraj, that is self-rule. So these were the aims of the militant nationalist or the extremist. Well, what happened in the Congress session, which was held in the year 1906 at Calcutta? We can see that in 1905 the partition took place. Now, what happened in 1906? The president at the time was Dadabhai Naroji. It was declared that the goal of the INC was Swaraj, that is self-government. Moderate extremist dispute took place at this time, and the dispute was based upon the fact that pace and technique of the movement was not acceptable to the extremists. They were not satisfied with the pace of the movement or the developments being held when the movement was going on, and also they wanted to change the technique of the movement. And as a result of this session, the Congress session which took place in the year 1907 at Surat, the Congress split took place. And the serious consequences for the Swadeshi movement could be seen after this split. Now we are going to learn about the extremist program. What were the steps that were taken by the extremist? Well, passive resistance in addition to Swadeshi and boycott movement was given by the extremists. They also supported, or they also started to boycott government schools and colleges, then services, courts, legislative councils, municipalities, and government titles. The militant nationalists tried to transform the anti-partition and Swadeshi movement into a mass struggle where we can see the participation of the students and the women could also be observed during these movements, and they gave the slogan of India's independence from the foreign rule. So these were the roles of the extremists. Here you can see the protest, the pictures which show the protest. You can see the protest the protests were not as peaceful as they were observed when moderates were in charge. Then you can see celebration of Ganpati festival, which was carried out by Tilak in Maharashtra, and then the setup of own mills and boycott of foreign mills or foreign factories. These all things took place not only in Bengal but different parts of the country where the militant nationalists were present and they supported the movement. New forms of struggle and impact could be seen, which included boycott of foreign goods, then public meetings and processions, then corps of volunteers or samitis, imaginative use of traditional popular festivals and melas, which helped the people feel proud of their rich cultural past and developed past. Then emphasis was given to self-reliance and program of Swadeshi or national education was also given due importance when many national universities were set up, and in this year itself National Council of Education was also set up in the year 1906. Then Swadeshi or indigenous enterprises were given chance to open, they were made open in order to oppose the enterprises, the mills of the or the factories of the Britishers. Then impact in the cultural sphere also could be seen. Now, what was the extent of the mass participation? We could see the participation of the students as well as the Muslims, and the students and women, they also participated in the movement, and that too in a large number, because we could see that the Britishers the students who participated in the movement, the attitude of the Britishers were very bad about them because they were not allowed to be present or to appear for any government exam or so. But the stand of Muslims was not in favor of the movement, because the presence and they took it as a partition actually positively, because they felt that it will help in increasing the unity among the Muslims as well as the development of the areas which have Muslim population, that is Eastern Bengal. Then labor unrest and trade unions also participated, but slowly and gradually their influence also reduced by time because of the strict actions taken by the British government against them. And all India aspect organized in many parts of the country. The movements were not only organized in Bengal but they also covered the parts of Maharashtra and South India. Now, invalidation of partition or annulment of the partition. In December 1911, as a result of these mass protests and movements, in order to curb the menace of the revolutionary terrorism, it was decided to annul the partition of Bengal, that is, to consider it invalid or to take back the decision of the partition of Bengal. But it came as a rude shock to the Muslim political elite. The capital was decided to be shifted to Delhi because the Britishers thought that the shifting of capital would make Muslims happy, because Delhi was related to some extent to the Muslim glory as the great Mughals were associated with Delhi, but it could not work. Bihar and Odisha were taken off Bengal and they were then again made separate provinces, and Assam was also made a separate province. So this was the effect of the movement that took place after the partition of Bengal, and the role of militants or the extremists could not be ignored, but the things done by the moderates also could not be ignored at all, though the extremists had a major role to be held, but moderates also did their job nicely. With this, the topic ends here. If you liked the explanation or if you liked the video, please give it a big thumbs up. Comment on the comment below if you want me to make video on any Indian history topic. Share the video with your friends and please subscribe to the channel. Thank you.